Hey everybody, how are we doing today? I decided to come on. I'm trying a new recipe. I have not done anything sweet in my quick cooker yet, so I decided to go ahead and try the chocolate flan. The only thing that I had to buy for this recipe was the sour cream, and I forgot to get that out of the fridge. Hang on just one moment. Sorry about that. Missed one ingredient. So you'll get to see me measure that one out. I have all the other ingredients already together, except for the sour cream. Totally forgot about that. That was the only thing I had to go buy. I had the chocolate cake mix. We had the caramel topping. You know, we had all the eggs and the vegetable oil and the evaporated milk and the condensed milk already and the vanilla extract. Because I like to keep baking things on hand. Yeah, it's just me. So first thing we're going to do, so we are using the quick cooker, and then we are using the flute pan that that you can get for the quick cooker. And we are going to at first pour our caramel in the bottom. Push that out. So we did have our caramel in the fridge. And so what I did was I had my husband take it out and just leave it on the counter so that way it would come up to room temperature and it would pour easily. So I want to get all this in there. I don't want to use my whisk. So I'm actually going to use a butter knife to scrape this down in. And because all my tools are back behind me by the stove. All right, so the caramel is in there. Now, this is gonna seem kind of weird because I thought it was a little weird whenever I had watched the video on how to make this. So I'm gonna take my kitchen spritzer, gonna pump it up. I had to make sure my cap was tight because we always burp it and we leave it undone, you know, a little bit. So it's pretty full, so it doesn't take a lot to get it, you know, the pressure buildup. So then we are going to, yes, we are spraying this on kind of, not totally on the caramel, but a little. And that, because we want to spray the sides to make sure that the flan will release without a problem. All right, so that is sprayed. Again, burp the baby to release the pressure so that way your tube doesn't get stopped up. And so I'm just gonna set this guy to the side for right now. Next thing we're gonna mix is our cake mix. And that is just 2 cups, or 1.5 cups, I'm sorry, of Devil's Food cake mix, or you could do a dark chocolate cake mix. I have Devil's Food because that's what I prefer. I'm going to dump that in my small stainless mixing bowl. And then it is 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1/2 cup of water, and make sure that's a 1/2 cup. Yep, 1/2 cup of water, and an egg. So when I'm getting all my ingredients together, I'll usually put them all into a measuring cup together just because it's easier, it's consolidated, and it's less cleanup. So I did my 1/2 cup of water, then I put in my 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and then I put in my egg. I'm going to pour that guy in there. So anytime there's less things to wash, all the better. So we are going to use our whisk, break my yolk there, and we're going to whisk together these ingredients. Make sure as you're whisking, you're scraping your sides to get all of that. And I'm right-handed, so I tend to tip towards the right. Sorry about that. There we go. Doesn't take that long to whisk together. All right, so then this is going to get poured on top of the caramel. Hey, Shelly. All right. I'm going to move it around just to kind of make it easier on evening it out. So I have tried this recipe when somebody else has made it, and it was super yummy. Actually, it was kind of addictive. So I asked my husband if he would eat it, because I don't want to make something I'm going to be the only one eating. You know, especially a sweet, because we're both actually trying to lose weight, but, you know, being stuck at home does not help that, because you have your refrigerator totally available, and so you can eat anytime you want and anything that you want. All right, I need to get a scraper, and you will see why I want to get a scraper. Oops, get that out of there. Rinse this guy off real good. Because I don't need him. Okay, so you see how much is in there. When I take our classic scraper, and this will not make the kids happy. You know, I know there's out there as far as, oh, it's got raw egg in it, you shouldn't lick the bowl and stuff, but you know what? For me, I did that all the time as a kid, and I've made it to half a century, so, you know, I'm not sure about that. So look how clean that bowl is just by using this scraper. And so that makes a big difference on how much is actually going into your dish versus being left behind in the bowl. All right, so we have that done. I pulled that little part off that had, so we're going to set him to the side again. Hey, Dee. And now we are going to do the other part, which is the egg yolk, sour cream. We're going to start with those. So I need to measure out my sour cream. We had to buy a new one. We actually use a lot of sour cream, and I'm tired of running out. All right, how much sour cream do we need? We need half a cup. So I'm going to use my measure all. I'm using the dry side. This is the liquid side. So I'm going to use the dry side, and we are going to measure out half a cup. Get another one of my classic scrapers. And just take it. I love the measure all just because it makes it so easy. You know, before measure these out and you're measuring into a dry measurement and you're having to sit and try to scoop it all out and everything. With the measure all, you don't have to do that. All right, there's a little bit of air pocket down there, so I'm going to leave that on top to compensate for that. And then all you do, take it and then just push it, and it goes right in. So nice and easy. There, him in the sink. So we have our sour cream, and I've already cracked one egg, and I separated the yolk from two. Here is my other yolk. And that, again, trying to prep ahead so that way when you're actually putting it together, it's a lot easier. So basically, we're just going to whisk this together. See, this one's easier to see because you can see through the bowl. So now my husband's sitting in the other room watching as well, which is hilarious. That actually does smell like custard. Okay, So then we are going to add in the other ingredients. All right, so this is our evaporated milk and our condensed milk, again, already pre-measured. It is a, there you go, you can see the condensed milk there, it's settled to the bottom. So it's a cup of evaporated milk and 3/4 cup of the sweetened condensed milk. And again, I frequently have those on hand just because I do like my desserts. And that I don't make them often enough, but for when I do, I like having it on hand, especially the evaporated milk, because I love pumpkin pie. All right, so that is out of there. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay. There we go. I use the cap a lot whenever I'm doing the extracts. Okay, you can see that is all mixed together. So then we are going to slowly pour this over top of the cake batter. And they say to pour it slowly, so that way it gives it time to spread out evenly. You can see it's filling in all the cracks and everything from on top of the cake batter. This is going to come up pretty close to the top rim. So with this one, it's definitely important not to really exceed the measurements on it. All right, so now we are going to put a cup of water into the inner pot. And yeah. All right, so just 1 cup of water down in the bottom. And you always have to have some sort of liquid in when you're using a quick cooker or pressure cooker, because that's what builds your pressure. Snickers. So. All right, so he is down in there. There's my towel to clean up my mess. So see, even those of us that like to play with these things, we make messes too. So, all right, so the lid goes on next. And we are going to set this to custom. Press the custom. And we are going to adjust the time down to 15 minutes. So then you press time and then just the arrow down to 15 minutes. And then you press start. So right now, oh, my little thing here wasn't straight, so I want to make sure that's straight because otherwise it won't come to pressure. Same thing with the pressure release button. We want to make sure that's up and flush. So that is, so then it will come up to pressure. Until it comes to pressure, you can still open it, but you don't want to because then it's going to restart and stuff, and it'll take longer. So once this is done, we will take it out. We will let it set for an hour before releasing it and stuff. And then, you know, we can release it and then we can enjoy it right after we release it, or we can put it in the refrigerator for an hour and stuff after we've, you know, turned it out of the pan and stuff, and then enjoy it after. And but this will take probably about, I don't know, it's usually about five minutes or so to come up to the pressure, and then the 15 minutes cooking. And so, you know, it won't be that, it's not that long. I mean, if you had to do this in the oven, because the recipe does give for in the oven, it's actually where is it? So you actually bake it for an hour So that shows you the time difference of doing it under pressure, you know, the time that it can save. And Donnie, this is one you would probably like. So my brother-in-law loves chocolate, and but doesn't have peanut butter in it. He would like it better if it had peanut butter. But if you have any questions on this, let me know. I'm excited to see how this comes out. It's my first time trying it, and I figured I'd come on and share it with you guys and let you see what I was doing. I hope everyone's having a great day, and be safe and have fun. We'll see you guys later. Bye.